Let's go, let's go, let's go! Hype Shoutcasting back for action on this 7 a.m. channel with the semi-finals on their way between Iron Squad Academy and TRL Academy. Of course, TRL Academy winning last week. Who is your favorite for the series, Bobacek?
Of course, I haven't seen THRLL play yet in this second open tour qualifiers, or the first one at that for that same reason. So yeah, I'm gonna say Team THRLL just because they won last week. So I'm assuming they're pretty strong. Otherwise, you don't win the open tour. But I do believe it will be really close. It could be a 2-1 victory for THRLL because the Iron Squad looked pretty strong in the previous games. THRLL probably has done some extra research for the last, looking at the last games between THRLL and KVM. So maybe, who knows? Corky Ban. We saw Desrim play him twice and annihilated KVM twice. So maybe THRLL doesn't want any of that stuff coming through their way.
It may very well be that they're gonna ban something like that, of course. I feel like Viego is gonna be another priority pick here. We saw that in the first game in the quarterfinals between Ian and KVM. That, Ian picked up Viego, went full damage on him, did a lot of dirty stuff. And we know that TRL plays it as well on the top lane. So might see it being prioritized as a first pick or a ban in the first rotation. So I'm expecting something to go there. Gwen, I don't know. It was banned as well every game by KV Mechelen, so Iron Squad didn't get a chance to play it. Do you think TRL will let it open? Maybe try to play it themselves? Of course, they're not first pick. I would personally ban it.
I would join you in doing so. I would. We would be a great coaching squad / team, which we are already. As
Ban
you can see on
everything. More bans.
Deal. We will take it. What do you think, by the way, about the fact that we have we've had 5 bans for how many seasons now? Quite a lot, right?
5 seasons? 4 seasons?
Yeah. So, but meanwhile, there's been a boatload of champions added to the game, of course. Do you think that at some point, if they continue changing the game and continue adding champions, that at some point we will have 6 bans, 7 bans, 10 bans? Of course, then draft phase just takes ages.
Yeah, in 10 years there will be a draft of
30.
Yeah, damn, longer than the game. That being said, we are in the draft and they are banning away with only 10 bans. Alas is the world. Gogmao being taken away instantly by Team TRL. They do not want to see Iron Squad playing it again as they did in the first game in the quarterfinals, as well as the Ezreal. Viego still open for now. Last ban, it is the Gwen. So Viego, it's a possible first pick here for Iron Squad, or the Akali is open as well.
Yeah, both Viego and Akali are open. Of course, THRLL, if you don't ban either of them, Iron can only pick one of the two, and then THRLL can pick the other. But now both of them are still open, and Ion opts to go for Lulu first pick here.
Lulu locked in, that means they are likely looking at a hyper carry or at least something to pair it up with. The Jinx is open.
Maybe Jinx.
Always a good call. Or Vayne is also possible, but it has to be in a situation where the stars are aligned. And of course, Iron Squad, you leave Viego open, playing against him. And maybe the Lulu isn't such a bad pick because she really stops you from getting that first kill. That's basically what she does. So Viego is locked in, but we'll see if Lulu is a nuisance enough to stop him from snowballing.
Yeah, the Viego Ziggs combination being picked up here by THRLL, not really a combination. Also, something to note is that on the side of THRLL, Jaguar top and Meto mid both play Viego in lane. So we saw jungle Viego from Iron Squad in the previous game. We might actually see a lane Viego in this game going top or mid. Could go jungle as well, of course. So it's a very much a flex pick here by Team THRLL, as Kindred is locked in once again for Titus, Titusius, Titusione.
Nice, keep going.
Titty boy.
Yeah, you know, Viego, I see at some point in time some crazy person will say, hey, it's a good support as well, and then you can flex it 4 ways, you know. And with Senna, I guess you could play AD carry as well. You know, Viego, everything. We'll wait till One For All comes back, and then you can play it everywhere. But that being said, Nautilus is locked in here. They're going to the second ban rotation, taking away the Viego from the top laner. The Gangplank from the top laner. I've seen it first game as well before. It was not a fun lane for Mortar to play against. So annoying to snowball against, and it does tell me that maybe they want to keep the Viego top lane a possibility, because Viego into Gangplank is not favorable for him, I feel. He's not able to stun the Gangplank, he will poke down, and that will definitely slow down his scaling.
Kindred, Lulu on the side of Ion, Viego, Ziggs, Nautilus on the side of THRLL. Once again, the Corki coming through for Ion. So THRLL not really being too scared and are probably thrilled to beat him. Let's go, boys. Come on. Give me some.
I knew it was there, and I just wished you didn't. But you know,
but you knew I would as well.
I knew you would. I knew, and it makes me even more sad. But it's fine.
Yes.
It's fine because
minds.
Fiddlesticks is locked, and you know Fiddlesticks. He is that champion that he does one thing and he does it good, and that is killing a whole team. Just making sure that he has the vision advantage. So this tells me that they have a frightening combo. If Fiddle gets an ult off, Viego can easily reset. He can just pick a target that whatever is in the Crow Storm and just go at it, make sure it dies. They have a scary wombo combo on the side of TRL Academy already, but Ion, they have a lot of counter engage with the Lulu and the Kindred locked in as well, so we'll see how that goes. Ooh, Karthus? What are these crazy drafts?
Karthus is probably gonna be a bottom lane Karthus, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure GG Sir plays quite a lot of Karthus, so I'm assuming that's gonna be Karthus bot lane with Lulu. And then we have, of course, Nar top, Corki mid, Kindred jungle, which is very, very interesting. And then on the side of THRLL, it's gonna end with a Zed pick and, of course, the Fiddlesticks in the jungle. These are drafts that we have not seen a lot of before. Very interesting picks here. Not a lot of Corki has been played. We've seen it, of course, in the previous 2 games. Karthus hasn't been seen, Fiddlesticks hasn't been seen, Zed hasn't been seen. Nautilus actually hasn't been seen a lot either. For us, so
the crazy thing about this Karthus is that it's probably a Karthus in the mid lane, or the bot lane could very well be, because Corki is a better choice to put against the Zed. Lulu Karthus bot is what it is, I believe. We'll have to see how they switch it around, but it's gotta be very, very scary how they're playing it. There are so many options, but I like how Iron Squad, the first pick Lulu, they know it's a priority. In so many situations, they want to keep the option open to make a hyper carry. Then Viego, Ziggs is locked, they go for Kindred Corki. And they see the Fiddlesticks and they say, okay, Karthus is actually good. Because Fiddlesticks jumps in, Karthus may die, but he stays around. He has that automatic zone potential in his passive kit that you can't walk through. So the follow-up from the rest of his team might not be as easy as they think. Also, how does Karthus passive work with Viego? Does he need to wait until the passive is over, or can he instantly take it while the passive is still running?
I think he probably needs to wait until the passive is over, because he's only like half dead, right? So I'm pretty sure he needs to wait. It would be sick actually if he doesn't have to wait, but then you have this weird whose Skittle is whose.
That sounds like a fun game to play. Whose Skittle is whose? You decide.
It even sounds like one word. Whose Skittle is whose?
Exactly. Well, you know, we'll keep that one on the bench for when this happens, and then we can just say, okay, guys, it's time to play the game. Whose Skittle is whose? I need to have a soundboard here to just pin the stream. You know, it would be pretty good.
Whose Skittle is whose?
That being said, the Z in the mid lane is scary. I feel like he gotten stronger after the new items were released. Just by the sheer burst that he can do, he's always been able to do, but also same problem with Akali being so strong right now. Not many people take the instant CC threat, and Zed is so strong if he can just use his utility and his movements. The only thing that is a problem for him here is that Kindred. That might be a pick that can totally stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult one. On the side of THRLL, on the side of Ion Squad, which is just the other team, lol. I do still believe we're gonna see the Karthus Lulu bottom lane. If not, it would be weird, and they'd have to start swapping around their champions right about now. But it looks like it should be a Karthus bottom lane, which, you know, was expected because of GG Sir liking the Karthus in the bottom lane, definitely. And it's gonna give it's gonna be hard kind of for THRLL to kill basically anyone on Iron Squad. Karthus dies, but then he still keeps fighting, so it's gonna be a really long time before he's actually gone. Kindred has that the Lamb's Respite, of course, which is gonna keep himself alive, but also the Karthus even alive even longer. Then there's the Lulu ult, of course, with the overgrowth. If Karthus even decides to just walk or flash or jump in, whatever. How is he gonna jump without flashing? Whatever. Walk or flash into the enemy team. Lulu can actually keep them in place somewhat by knocking the people around Karthus up. Then there's the possibility of Corki package coming through again. There's a lot of potential in these huge fights, and so much AoE damage on the side of Iron Squad's team here.
You know, Lulu's job in the laning phase is just make sure that Karthus gets some gold. I doubt they will be able to get a kill there in the lane. Against the Nautilus is probably a bigger threat for them. They just need to make sure Karthus has some items, and once he's 6, he can help out the other lanes. That being said, after the laning phase, Lulu is gonna have to make a choice, because you have Fiddlesticks who's gonna ult in. That's where Kindred needs to do something. And then you have Zed and Viego that can respectively kill their own targets. Lulu can't wild growth them all, she can't shield them all. So Italy is gonna have to make a choice. Who is the most fed member in our team? Who do I need to protect? And it's not gonna be GG Sir. Normally, you're not gonna invest this to save the Karthus, because Karthus, he does his thing even if he dies. That is the advantage. So you might as well spend these resources on someone on your team that can't do what Karthus does. You know, Karthus is still useful if he dies. That's basically what we need to take out of this. So Lulu is gonna focus the Kindred or the Corki.
Should at least have an interesting game on our hands. In our hands? Maybe we have it in our hands. Probably don't have it in our hands. However, we do have the power of the caster curse.
In my hands.
we have the caster curse power.
Oh, we do. Who's gonna win? Say it. Curse them.
The viewers. Wait, no, this is gonna be a terrible game now. I messed
more
up.
similar than whose kills whose.
Whose skill is this? It's the meme of the day.
Memes.
Memes. I don't know who's gonna win this one. Both teams have some team fighting potential. Both teams have a little bit of split push potential with the Zed Viego, and then the other side, I guess Kindred can be used as a split pusher. Gnar can of course be put into a split push and then TP, and once he's gonna go towards his Mega Gnar form. I'm assuming there's gonna be quite a lot of team fighting, however, of course, with the Fiddlesticks, with Karthus, Gnar, Kindred. There's just so much more potential in team fights for these teams than in the split push, I believe.
You have more engaged potential on the side of TRL. They have the Nautilus and they have the Fiddlesticks. And
but you have Gnar.
In some forms, Viego. Yeah, Gnar, but that is really specific. Gnar needs to be in his Mega Gnar. He needs to have the right moment to engage. And
Corki engage?
Possible. You know, if Desrim keeps doing what he did previous game, you know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, he is an engage as well. But I'm not sure how they're gonna pull it off. It's not gonna be easy. Of course, everyone playing so much damage. We'll have to see how this goes in this game as we enter the loading screen. So almost on our way for the first game of this semi-finals.
First game of this semi-final between Ion and THRLL, both of the academy teams, of course, battling it out here in this semi-final to see which of the two will make it through to the finals eventually. Last week, of course, Team THRLL being the winner, victorious over all the rest in the Open Tour. And now they have to get past Ion Squad first, as they had a pretty strong showing in their last round versus KVM, beating them 2-0, not really having a lot of trouble taking them down. Of course, THRLL is probably on paper a stronger team than KVM is at this point. So it's going to be a bit more difficult for Iron Squad, but definitely sure to be an interesting one as we see an invade here from THRLL. They've been spotted.
Good word from Eteri, spotting the Nautilus there. Nautilus so strong. If he's able to hit that dredge line early on, instantly weave it with the passive, and that is a kill for sure. But they prevent it by a good ward plays by the support of Iron Squad.
830 being the one to make sure they don't get past that one. MTB placing his effigy down in the bush. Wait, is this a visual bug? Oh no, wait, they're on the same team. I'm stupid. Never mind.
What?
I saw Ziggs in the bush and the effigy was there, and I'm like, why is the effigy still there if Ziggs is in the bush? But because they're on the same team, but Ziggs is just in the wrong jungle, so that's why I was slightly confused.
Is he gonna,
that being said,
is he gonna try to steal the buff?
I think he is.
Did they
He
ward?
has a
Oh,
ward.
he has a ward.
He doesn't have the ward in the bush, so it's gonna be a bit more difficult. He throws the bomb, it's gonna connect, but it's not gonna be able to manage to steal it here. And
it's huge if you're managing to take that away so early on, but yeah, you know, I like some cheese with my wine in these games.
Absolutely. And of course, we do have the lane Viego. We saw Jungle Viego in the past games. That's the way he started to be played in the beginning when he was just released. But people are starting to realize that he's pretty A-okay in the lane as well. I have no idea how the lane between these two guys is going to go, as Jaguar does hit level 2 first.
Close.
And it's fun to see actually that both bottom laners have gone for the AP champion. This game as he flashes in with the stun, is it going to be enough? Bad Bye flashes away just in time to get out of that one. Imagine an ignite would have been first blood, but they both opt for teleport.
Are opting for teleport. I'm speeding a little bit up because I think we were a little bit out of sync. I'm at 247, 48, 49. Is that on the same level?
Sorry?
Timing wise in the spectate, I was a little bit behind, but I think we're at the same level now.
I'm at 3 minutes on the dot.
Yes, exactly. Jaguar still chasing Bad Bye here. He has to watch out, he doesn't have flash.
You know, they both don't have flash anymore, of course, but Viego has that dash, Narn has the jump, so basically they have kind of the same little bit of a kit. Ooh, Tidus coming in from behind, little bit of a stun there from Jaguar. He does so much damage, but Tidus does more on this Kindred. He's going to be able to pick up first blood, and a little bit of an assist as well for Bad Bye. First blood is for Ion.
And there's a danger, of course, if you're putting so much pressure on someone when you're level 3 behind their own turret. You know, jungler might come. It's a possibility. Meanwhile, they are searching for the Kindred here again. Teleport web from Jaguar. They are finding the fear comes off. Is it enough?
Tidus should be going down here. It's going to be Diamond Dog picking that one up. Desrim was there, wasn't able to save his jungler's life. And a lot of aggression there, and that's going to be pretty good because now they take away the stack from Kindred as well.
Instant return from this lineup from Team TRL. You know, they're gonna show why they won last week. They're not gonna roll over just because Iron Squad gets a good gank off early on. Two teams are gonna battle it out for sure. The question is who takes priority now in this top lane. You have a ranged champion, Gnar, who usually is strong and able to bully his counterpart, but Jaguar, he shows that he has been playing this Viego and he knows how to zone a Jordan like that.
Yeah, he can just keep spamming his skills, of course. The same thing goes for Gnar.
Mana.
As well, because mana is not a thing, ain't no thing, but a chicken wing. Jaguar and Bad Pie just throwing skills at each other 24/7 can just keep doing that off cooldown. And yeah, hope that it's just whoever hits more skills on the other one wins. And now Jaguar is gonna go in, he misses. And he's gonna use his Path of Darkness or whatever it's called. Bad Pie's gonna go
Stun!
The instant stun by Jaguar, finding the 1v1 kill. And now there's 2 Gnars on the field.
And this is what Jaguar wants. He wants to trade with Bad Pie. He wants it. He has to sustain in his kid that you're not gonna win it as Gnar. And this basically the only weakness of the champion is that he does not have built-in sustain. Jaguar keeps going. The flash hook! Beautiful by Slimy Devil.
The Slimy Devil going for a wanted style hook, curving it around the minions.
It is one of those classic Nautilus hooks.
The classic global curvature hook. It's that was an insane hook there. Flash hook by Slimy Devil. Of course, he is running that Hex Flash as well, so he can continue to go for flash hooks in lane or while roaming. And Nautilus going in from behind. Now maybe not, just popping a little bit of vision. Getting rid of that scrying orb thingy.
I can only imagine every time Nautilus throws a hook like that, there is someone at Riot HQ with a dice. So, oh, he throws a hook. I roll a 5. It's enough. It's a hit. And then he gets it. So wonky, that ability. But yeah, you know, well played. He gets there. There's room there to make sure that Diamond Dog picks it up. Is 2-0 on the Z, and he's level 6 now, so he's gonna back, get some items, and then I believe, if my analysis is correct, he's gonna start murdering people.
Good analysis, yes. Jaguar once again, he's level 6, Bad Pie is only level 5. That's gonna be a World of Hurt as he does manage to get out of that one in the top lane, but now Slimy Devil might be in trouble. Tidus is there on the Kindred as well. GG Sir might be going low. There's the MTB going in for a little bit of a re-engage. Is it gonna be enough? Goes in for 3-man drain. Hits level 6. Is gonna pop the Crow Storm. Is it gonna be enough? GG Sir surviving. Close! The MTB, meanwhile in the top lane, Bad Pie and Jaguar battling it out. He misses that one. The Jaguar does as he gets smacked into the wall. Stun should be enough. Dashes through them. Is it going to be enough? It's super close. It's unstoppable.
Oh no.
Ultimate is where the Bad Pie is not able to attack him anymore. And Jaguar picking up that kill once again. A theory, be careful. You're going to have to back off.
The Heartbreaker breaks all the dreams of Bad Pie to take over this lane. The priority is definitely for a Jaguar who plays that duel beautifully and just shows how strong Viego is. It doesn't matter that you're ranged, he'll get to you, his sword is long enough. Just the deceptible range of that champion, just a little bit, it reminds me of Irelia. Also, just auto-attacks you from behind their own turret. I don't know how that works, but yeah. You know, it's thing, League of Legends, games, gaming.
Gaming, hello.
Gamers.
Welcome.
Gamers,
welcome to the show.
Welcome in
Hi.
this game where assassins are everything and you can't build a tank or you'll die.
Doesn't matter. Giggity. Viego at this point, Viego at this point actually playing really well. He's 20 farm or close to 20 CS ahead of Bad Pie at this point. It does look like Bad Pie is looking to set up a little bit of a freeze. Not sure if he's going to be able to actually make it work. Is Zed going for an invade here? Tidus is still only level 5 and he might be able to fucking flash ult. This is gonna be more than enough with the death mark to find the kill. And now Cork is there as well, but Nautilus with the roams able to help out his mid laner on taking away the blue buff from Kindred. And that's gonna set Kindred really far behind, 1-3-0 at this point.
You know what's a bad sign? When Zed
Being
ults
dead.
someone and the death mark proc doesn't come off because you're already dead.
Oh.
That means there is still room for him to to mess up a little bit.
To do even more damage.
To even more, he basically killed you twice there.
Of course, that's the thing. If not building any tanks and there's assassins, and then they all just do a lot of damage to each other, and you just die a lot quicker. And then a champion like Zed, who is able to just pop someone basically instantly, can become a real annoying little thingy on the Rift. Of course, Kindred was only level 5. Now he's level 6, has the Lamb's Respite, so should be able to do a lot more.
Ooh. Slimy Devil getting spotted out by that control ward there. They know it's there and they need to definitely respect this, because I feel Bad Pie is trying to poke Jaguar, but it just doesn't stick. He has 2 Dorans and a Vampiric Scepter. He's gonna easily heal everything up, even as the overheal, I believe, in the Mastery. So it doesn't matter what he does. Of course, Tidus is behind him if Viego would engage, but I feel like Viego's really strong at the moment. Can they even duo him? I don't know.
This is gonna be a 1v2. Jaguar might be in trouble here. Gonna use his ultimate. No, he's not, as it's a shutdown from Karthus, but on the other side of the map, of course, using Requiem to take part in that kill. And this should be a stack for Kindred now, as I think it's his first of the game. I'm not 100% sure if he's had one already. It is gonna be his first of the game.
Was a well-communicated play there by Iron Squad Academy, making sure that the CC was there and that the Karthus ult dropped instantly. And that's what you want. Karthus just wants to farm in the lane and make sure that he has an opportunity to ult and get some more gold. Because if he gets rolling, you know, Iron Squad Academy, it's not the only team that doesn't really have that many tanky members. TRL is the same. He can ult everyone, and only one person is gonna buy Zhonya, and that's the Fiddlesticks, and he wants it for when he ults, so it's not ideal for them to play against his cards.
It looks like Karthus is probably gonna go for a Liandry's Torment here. You could go for Night Harvester, but GG Sir goes low, gets healed, eventually survives. Now Ethereum might be in a lot of trouble. Yes, he is. MTB takes him down, and another gank in the top lane. Jaguar goes invisible, and Titis and Bad Pie are not able to follow that up for a kill. Good escape there by Jaguar.
Such a strong skill. You need to stay on top if you want to see him, and it's not enough. He gets out, he just camouflages his way back to his turret, making sure that it's not a back-to-back kill on him. He still has a CS lead, he has some kills, so he is easily in the lead in that lane still. Meanwhile, a dive by Diamond Dog,
yeah,
Brawler's Claw. Yeah, that's easily enough.
That's easily enough, and at this point, Zed even finished his Prowler's Claw, as you said. And that's gonna give him the extra gap close. I wanted to say before that if he manages to come close enough to Corki to just ult him, Corki dashes away with his Valkyrie, and then there's just a shadow dash from Zed going in behind. Of course, if he has the shadow dash to get in range, then he ults to get on top of Corki, and then he uses Prowler's Claw to close the gap once again. Corki has literally nothing against this Zed, who is 4-0-0 at this point, finished Mythic, and has this rated Dirk.
It's
Dirk me.
Bartender, Dirk him. You know, it's hard to play against Zed when everyone is a target for him. And Lulu hasn't been able to do much this game because he's just one-shotting Desrim. You know, no one is around him. Corki can't do anything, and at this point, I'm afraid that Lulu might not be enough to protect someone against Zed just because of the sheer lack of resistance that they have on their team. Well, Jaguar just keeps putting the pressure onto Bad Pie in his top lane. I'm afraid that once everything collapses, TRL is just gonna be too much ahead for them to do anything about it, because they are already with a gold lead of 7,000 gold, so it's gonna be a hard game. Yeah, this is a kill.
And that's gonna be another kill for Diamond Dog. 5-0-0 on the Zed. That's more than 50% of the kills on the Zed, of course. And yeah, an 0-3-0 Corki, and they have found a way to shut down Desrim's Corki at this point. 9-2 for THRLL, 7k gold ahead. We're 13 minutes into the game. Iron Squad is not really too happy with this as the MTB uses Crowstorm over the wall. GG, sir. You are going down, sir. Does use the Requiem here for... Oh no! MTB flashes into the wall. Oh, that is sad. That is sad.
You know, it happens to the best of us. And,
Clearly.
it happens to him here. Bad Pie is still looking for something. He is Meganar, might be able to do something.
Is he able to find the damage? Yes, he is, but Bad Pie does eventually go down himself. Jaguar using his ult once, using it twice, eventually dies. to the Kindred of Titus, and they're gonna maybe look for a dive. Lamb's Respite is still up here. Is probably gonna be using that any minute now. It's gonna be difficult to take down Slimy Devil as he stuns down.
Oh no.
He goes down. They're not able to find the Nautilus. Is it gonna be enough? No. That is. Yeah. Okay. I think probably game over.
You know, you make a mistake there, as Titus, he tanks the turret with his ultimate, but the more shots the tower does, the higher the damage scales up. So what Kindred is doing is basically, okay, I'll let the turret scale up and I'll take that final shot to take 35% of my HP. So that was not the play that you were looking for, but they are trying to do something proactive, but it's so hard. And yeah, diving a Nautilus when you're not tanky or anyone can tank the turret so early on is not the best idea. So they bite off more than they can chew, and the lead is definitely still for Iron Squad.
Yeah, THRLL is way ahead right here. Look at the damage here. Diamond Dog gonna go in. Is it gonna be enough to take down Titus? Yes, with the depth charge, it is gonna be enough as he goes godlike on the Zed with his kill on Lulu. A 2-4-0 in favor of THRLL, and they're looking ridiculously strong at this point.
Yeah, I think that, you know, I don't want to jinx the game. Anything is still possible. I've seen games that are being won from an impossible deficit, but Iron Squad definitely needs to start looking at the next game already. Like, how are we gonna prevent this from happening? The snowball is real. There is a 7-0 Z. Do we want to go something else in the mid lane and Corki? Because of course this is the third game in a row Desrim is playing it. He had a lot of confidence from those games against KV Mechelen, but it does seem Diamond Dog knows how to handle this this moustached up Yordle.
Yeah, Corki's not really in the game quite yet. He's even gone for the Zonias as a first buy, or at least he's going towards the Zonias for his first buy to just try to manage and survive the Zed. But at some point Zed's going to be so far ahead that he doesn't even need the death mark to bring you really low. You're going to Zonias before he uses death mark, and then it all doesn't really matter anymore. Probably not going to be an AP Corki. It's just Zonia's, because, you know, Corki has that AP damage as well, of course.
It is the benefit of playing champions that go hybrid. You know, like a Kai'Sa. If you have Kai'Sa AD carry, you can also buy Sonya. It scales well with her W. She has benefit of it, and it is such a necessary item against champions like the Zed, who basically don't care if you have protection like the Lulu when he's 7-0 and Kindred going in.
Yeah, this is not looking great for Kindred as he does go down. Diamond Dog, yep, he finds kill number 1 with his support. Is he going to go down to the Requiem? Not going to be enough, thanks to the shielding from Nautilus Locket.
Yeah, and the Kindred ult was available, it wasn't used there, which is a little bit strange. Meanwhile, GG's, the ultimate.
The Aether is going to go down to the Crow Storm from the MTB. GG Sir flashed in, used his exhaust as well. He has nothing to get away from this one except from his own legs. Actually, no, he's floating probably. So except from his own floating ability. As, yeah, THRLL is just way too far ahead of at this point.
Meanwhile, struggle continues for Bad Pie on the top lane, but this time at his second turret. Jaguar just keeps stabbing him, and it's hard to do anything. You know, I did see something there for GG Sir. He is scarred as he does damage. He has the Liandry's, but I'm not sure if he's gonna get at a point where he can effectively hurt everyone for 50% of their HP with his Requiem. Not sure if we're gonna see a game that lasts that long.
I'm not 100% sure if this game's gonna take really long, and this is what he doesn't need to use the death mark to kill him at all. Stopwatch was up, Corki was waiting for the death mark, but it doesn't need to be used, and eventually it does get used in the bottom lane, but it's not gonna be enough as Zed gets taken down. That's a shutdown for Titus on this Kindred. 4, 6, and 1. It's probably not gonna be enough to turn the game around, but it might be a start of something new, as now Kindred still with Respite. Probably gonna get dove here in the bottom lane.
Outplay possibilities. the recall. Oh, if he channeled it earlier, he might have gotten away. No.
He's not gonna get away, and he gets CC'd.
Would have been close, but you know, Nautilus finds his target, gets it down, they break the turret, and they're pushing through the base. That time is long for Tidus, but I'm not sure if they want to overcommit here. Of course, they do have the Fiddlesticks open if they would like to dive here. Stopwatch also available.
Mushroom could be coming through. Nar jumping in, try and stop the Jaguar from basing. He stopped him from basing. Not gonna really do all that much though.
I'm still looking for something here. But do they have the engage? This is what I talked about. Engage possibilities aren't really there. It's only Nar that can do so. For the rest, TRL is really fighting on their terms. They are engaged when it's good for them. They just make sure that they get picks in the side lanes, and there is not really anything that Iron Squad can do at the moment to retaliate on this.
Yeah, Iron Squad really searching for something, but they don't even have a real potential to do any picks either this game. They don't have anything like a Thresh, Nautilus, Blitzcrank to hook someone out, for example, or bindings from Morgana or Lux, something like that. It's gonna be really hard for them, if not near impossible, to come back.
Gonna hold it. Jaguar gonna run into Kindred here.
Yeah, and Desrim is there as well, but look at the damage from Jaguar. Diamond Dog is there as well with Prowler's Claw. Should be enough. Gets the vision on Desrim as he's attacking him over the wall. Deathmark comes down onto him. Doesn't do all that much damage. Diamond Dog is going to continue though. And eventually jumps back to his mark. And now THRLL starts off on this Baron.
Tidus, he dies so fast that he can't even use ultimate here. Lamsford Bite still available, but of course he is dead. The Baron being threatened here, the teleport coming in, and the package is available for Desrim. Can he do it this time?
He's gonna jump in, teleport with a wow, he just gets ridiculously annihilated, and in theory gets taken down as well as Lulu gets taken over by Jaguar.
It's the scariest Lulu ever.
It's gonna be more than enough as Jaguar eventually picking up a double kill together with his team. They're gonna continue on to this. Nope, they're not, because the game has been surrendered by Iron Squad. 26 kills to 6. We're 20 minutes into this game and they're 13k gold ahead. 13,000 gold lead at 21 minutes. That is insane.
Yeah, the fact that you make your enemy surrender in a semi-final, it says a lot about how this series might go. Maybe Iron Squad, at least that's what I think when I see a game like this, is that at some point you are being realistic and you say, okay, you know, it's lost, we're too far behind, we don't have enough engage in this comp, which was, in my opinion, in the draft, a problem. And they have two split pushers that no one can beat, so you know it's over. And you can already start thinking, okay, how can we prevent this next game? What needs to be banned? How can we play this? You know, everything like that. And once they know it, they say, okay, we can do it. We don't need to stall this game any longer because the chances are slim to none that we're ever going to win this. So they surrender. You know, I get it. No need to torture yourself in a game like this.
Yeah, and before the game I said THRLL was my favorite on paper, but I thought it would be a close game, or close series at least. Excuse me. Close series at least. However, at this point, it doesn't really look like it's going to be very close. If THRLL is able to pull something like that off again, then yeah, it's gonna be a quick one, and Iron Squad will strand in the semifinals. But of course, it's not over yet. They might have caught them by surprise. Maybe they do have another plan on the side of Iron Squad to bring this series back to a 1-1.
Let's see if they're able to do that. I'm not really getting any timers here when they're gonna start, so we will be out for, I'm gonna guess, around 4 minutes. They'll probably pick it up again at 3, so get something to drink, but make sure you don't go too far, because we will be right back with the second game of this semifinals between Iron Squad Academy and TRL Academy.